What is it, darling?
It just isn't going to be like a family Christmas, Reggie.
But, darling, the community's our family now. We have 24 guests, 11 staff. It'll be like 35 relatives sitting down at Christmas dinner.
But I don't want McBlain to cook the Christmas dinner. I want to do it myself.
Why, darling? McBlain may be a little bit...
Unsophisticated, incomprehensible, dirty, violent, and covered in boiled plaster.
Yes, he may be a little unsophisticated, incomprehensible, dirty, violent, and covered in boiled plaster, but he's a marvellous cook, darling.
And you're afraid of him?
I know. Really? What on earth made you say that? Afraid of McBlain? Listen, if you want to cook Christmas dinner, I'll tell him first thing in the morning. You mustn't worry about petty things like that, darling. Now, go to sleep. Morning, McBlain.
Left your crunch.
Point taken, McBlain. I just thought I'd like to come in and have a little chat with you, if that's all right. So that'll be me knocking at the door. There you are, McLean. Jolly good. May I say, on behalf of the staff, we thought the carbonade de boeuf flamand were absolutely superb yesterday. The thing is, McLean, frankly, my wife would... well, that is, my wife and I would, with the possible exception of myself, would like it if we could have the carbonade de boeuf flamand again sometime.
Flacken my brooch with his flanges.
Now that I didn't know. Only 8 brazing days to Christmas, eh?
We Jimmy has the outfit grip of my bell black dolls. Up your clunge.
It's a little bit over-commercialised, I quite agree, yes. Looking forward to seeing your relatives, I imagine, are you?
Nee. Snitty clenges when he snoots to a hengelbreezel.
No, the family's perfect, quite agree. Spending Christmas with friends, I imagine.
Nee. Banley sniffle bastards. Albie Stainer.
You'll be spending Christmas with Albie Stainer. Jolly good, couldn't be better. Yes. Nice chap, is he?
Albie Stainer?
Yes.
Albie Stainer?
Yes, Albie Stainer. You'll be staying here? Oh, I see. Oh, jolly good. Oh, couldn't be better. You'll be able to cook Christmas dinner. Oh, that is splendid news. I go. Carry on, McLean. Darling, we've had a marvellous Christmas, a wonderful New Year. You realise how right I was to persuade McBlain to stay on? We've got 35 guests, 5 houses bursting at the seams, so what's the worry?
Well, that's what's worrying me. I just can't cram everybody into the accommodation. We'll end up by boarding people out in Lisbon Crescent and Nairobi Avenue. It's turning my job into a nightmare.
Heavens, darling, is that all? I'll fix that up tomorrow morning. People have to share, that's all. You mustn't make difficulties over minor matters like that, darling.
And who can we get to share?
Anybody. Doc Morrissey and CJ, for example.
Oh, I'd like to see you get Doc Morrissey and CJ to share a room.
Easy. I bet you a £5 I can, all right?
All right.
Right. Madam Secretary, Reggie here. Will you on Green? Will you bring the CJ in now, please? Thank you very much. Morning.
Morning, Reggie.
Morning, work stress therapist. Sit down, CJ. Well, CJ, success is growing by the week.
I knew it would, Reggie. It's a long lane that gathers no moss.
It certainly is, CJ. But success brings its own problems. People are going to have to make sacrifices.
Glad to hear it, Reggie. Sacrifice never killed the cat.
It certainly doesn't, CJ. I want you to share your bedroom with McLean.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're trying to say, CJ. You're careful, you're on red. I think I know what you're trying to say that you didn't get where you are today by sleeping with sweaty Caledonian chefs. Yes, I didn't realise you would feel quite so strongly about it, CJ, so I'll tell you what I'll do. You can share with Doc Morrissey instead.
Oh, thank you, Reggie. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Reggie.
Oh, very clever. If you'd asked him to share with Doc Morrissey straight off, he'd have gone berserk.
Exactly, but now he agrees in eager gratitude at being spared the odoriferous Scot. Now, thrilled to my shrewdness, as gently and tactfully I tried the same simple psychological trick on our Doc. Right, show him in.
Doc?
Thank you.
Morning, Doc. Come here. Sit down now. Doc, I want you to share your bedroom with McLean.
Reggie. Oh, you had me going there for a minute, Elizabeth.
Oh, no, it's not a joke, Doc. We really are terribly crowded.
Yes, I know, but McBlain...
He's a superb cook.
Look, Red Rum is a fine horse, but I've no intention of sharing with him.
All right, Doc, I'll tell you what I'll do. You can share with CJ instead.
CJ?
The community is a great success. We now have 38 guests.
Super.
Knockout.
My football with no opposition isn't a success, despite last week's 36-0 win. I still don't think I'm a football person.
And so you changed the system, darling. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, Poggle Chops. I'm proud of you, too.
I don't even mind you calling me Poggle Chops anymore.
Oh, thanks, Squiggly Coons.
Marital bliss, a touching spectacle. Success on all sides. A new system, eh, Tom? What's it, eh?
Well, each team plays the wrong way and tries to score for the opponents.
Yes.
This encourages unselfishness and discourages aggression. It means that if you foul your opponents, you're really fouling yourself, so there's no point in fouling.
What about that, then, eh? Only Tom could have thought of something like that.
Thanks, Reggie.
No cock-up on football front.
No cock up on any front, Jimmy. It's all absolutely marvellous, and people are flocking here. And, Jimmy, may I say, how wonderful it is to see you teaching VAT inspectors to help old ladies across the road, making quantity surveyors clear anchor a grove of litter.
Yeah, cleared Fredwell's pond today, flushed out old bedsteads in Mappin Wood. Tomorrow, mopping up operations, isolated pockets of litter throughout Botchley.
Super knockout.
Success City, Arizona. I didn't get where I am today without recognising Success City, Arizona when I see it.
But you're softening us up for something unpleasant, Reggie.
Yes, yes. Clever psychological insight from our psychologist there, yes. It's true, success brings its own problems.
Every silver lining has a cloud.
I couldn't have put that better myself. We are running short of accommodation, so from now on the garden sheds and sunrooms you've been using for therapeutic activities will have to become bedrooms for guests.
So where do we do our activities?
Yes. Well, of course, naturally, I thought of that, yes. From now on, all your cultural activities, etc., will have to take place in your bedrooms.
Oh,
No, I realise you'll be doing things in the bedrooms you wouldn't normally do in your bedrooms. I mean, Tony, culture, Linda, art, David, sex, but there it is. It's absolutely... May I just say that very shortly there will be a chain of Perrinses stretching from Land's End to John O'Groats, and each of those communities will have its own highly paid manager. Now, I'll mention no names.
No names, no pack horses.
Exactly. But it would be a super knockout idea if I were able to choose those managers from amongst my staff here, because I'm a loyalty person, and I didn't get what I am today without realising you'd have a cock up on the staff in front of you aren't a loyalty person. Any complaints now? No. Thought not.
Darling, we've got 41 guests now. The community's working really well, so what's worrying
Well,
you?
Lolly, Mr. Dent from the council planning office is coming tomorrow. He's going to hunt for planning irregularities, try and close us down.
Oh, is that all? You mustn't let petty things like that get you down. You'll handle him. You're a genius.
Yes, of course I am. Yes, you're absolutely right. Of course I am. I should be worrying about that.
I'll come straight to the point, Mr. Perrin. You are conducting a business on private premises, are you not?
No? Coffee?
No, thank you. I find the little social niceties interfere with my concentration.
Yes, they do, rather, don't they? McLean, Perrin here. Would you sat on red? Would you send up a coffee and biscuits for two, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me up straight away.
You were on the green phone.
Well spotted. Very well. Yes, excuse me, yes. McLean, Perrin here. I rang you just now. I said I was on red. I was actually on green, which I'm on now, yes. That wouldn't affect the coffee or the biscuit? No? Good, thank you. Yes, thank you. And split your crunch too. Right, thank you, mate. Now, eagle-eyed Dent, they call you.
You wouldn't be trying to divert me from the matter in hand, would you, Mr. Perrin?
Good Lord, no.
You place adverts in the newspapers, clients arrive, they receive treatment, they pay. Now, is that not a commercial venture?
No.
I'm a very busy man,
Yes,
Mr.
I
Perrin.
realise you must be with your powers of observation and intelligence.
True.
No, people come here and partake of what I offer. If when they leave they give me a few £100, it would be heartless to refuse. That's it.
Fuck my own.
Yes, quite. There we are. Our chef. You could probably get him condemned as a health hazard.
What exactly is it you're aiming to provide in these houses of yours?
The universal panacea for all mankind. Ginger nut?
Thank you. Don't get me wrong, Mr. Perrin. I like the sound of your universal panacea for all mankind. It might do a bit of good.
Thank you.
Delicious ginger nut.
Thank you.
My job is to make sure that there are no unauthorised changes of use.
I've made no structural changes. Another ginger nut?
May I? They're tasty. Structural changes aren't the be-all and end-all, Mr. Perrin.
I realise that, Mr. Dent.
Nice ginger nut. It's quite as nice as the first.
Yes, you're a shrewd judge of a ginger nut.
Are you trying to soft-soap me?
Oh, good Lord, no. You've got far too much moral fibre.
Thank you. So you've made no structural changes?
No, it's true that some garden sheds and sunrooms are being used as bedrooms, but they could revert to their former use at the drop of a hat. And if the Jack Russell does big jobs in the dining room, is it on that account the downstairs toilet?
I could get you.
Yes?
I could get you on inadequate air vents.
Yes.
Though I say it myself as shouldn't, I'm mustard on inadequate air
I bet
vents.
you're a little devil on inadequate air vents.
What a pathetic boast!
I'm sorry, what?
My one precious existence on this enthralling planet.
Yes.
And that's all I can summon up. Yes, I'm mustard on inadequate air vents.
Doesn't matter.
What a dismal piece of human flotsam I am!
No, you stay here in the community. Look, I'll show you some dismal bits of human flotsam. Come on, do you want to bring your biscuits with you? No, come on, I'll show you some dismal bits of human flotsam. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Perrin.
Now, normally these little group sessions are conducted by our psychiatrist, Dr. Morrissey, but he's had to go and see a psychiatrist. Now, this morning I want you to confess to all of those little innermost fears, those secret quirks, those little obsessions, worries, neuroses, kinks, insanities, all that kind of thing. Right? Good. Right, off we go. Anybody suffering from deep-seated aggression? No. Anybody feel a compulsion to dominate any group they're in? Obviously not. No?
I'm a raving puff.
Good, splendid. I mean, not splendid that you're a raving, but splendid that you're able to tell us that you're a raving, but not that there's any disgrace in being a raving. But it's very nice to be able to say nowadays, hello, I'm a
raving puff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not if you own a small factory in the potteries. It's bad for trade in the potteries if you're widely known as a Jessie. It's tantamount to economic extinction. And so I lead a double life of sad deception. By day, solid businessman, pillar of the Rotary Club. By night, a shadowy figure in the gay clubs of the Five Towns.
Ah, well done, not well done that you're a shadowy figure in the gay club, but well done that you're able to do well. I think you know what I mean by well done. Anyway, yes, good. Any more secret little face? Yes, one here.
I'm an insurance salesman.
Oh, never mind, we soon cure you of that. Next.
I haven't finished. Oh, sorry. Something absolutely dreadful's happened. Huh? I've lost my motivation.
Oh, dear.
I couldn't care less if there were hundreds of people wandering around tooting seriously underinsured.
Oh, dear, you mustn't worry about that. It may seem serious to you now, but in a few weeks' time you'll be delighted you've lost your motivation, and a new career will beckon itself unto you.
No. I want to regain my motivation.
Oh, dear. I said, no, we don't go in for... No. Any more problems?
I'm Ethel Merman.
Not the legendary Ethel Merman?
No, the unlegendary Ethel Merman. I'm a housewife from Gravesend.
I see. What's the problem?
Being called Ethel Merman. Everyone I meet trots it out like sheep. Not the legendary Ethel Merman, they say, as if no one's ever said it before.
Oh, do they really?
I said to my friend Mrs. Clark, pet, I said, who'd have thought it? Two of us, in the one street. Both with the names of famous international artists, and nobody's ever heard of us. Said the same thing to the woman in the corner shop. Nobody's ever heard of us, Shirley, I said.
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Smith. Shirley Bassey's the singer.
I answer to the name of Edwards.
I see no overwhelming problem in that.
And Breakspeare, and Phipps Partington. I'm a con man. Sometimes it's convenient to change names quickly.
I mean, you really are a con man. You're not conning us, Mr...
Johnston. No, I'm a con man, all right. Just now I'm selling invisible fish. 6 invisible trout. Is water, really? Invisible food for the invisible trout.
Well, thank you for telling us that, Mr...
Meredith.
Yes.
The dreams I started out with, Mr. Perrin.
Yes, well, we'll try and do what we can for you, Mr. Edwards, Phipps, Partington, Edward... Anybody else? What about our shy vet? Any little problems? Right, all right, well, let's discuss these problems we have.
What about me? Me, I have a secret too. Yeah. A secret, Mr. Dent. Inside, I'm a friendly, delightful, genial man, generous of spirit, eager to love and help the human race. It's just that it never seems to come out that way. They don't encourage it down the town hall. But maybe here it will come out that way. I'll stay with
Good. He's going to
hell with the council. To hell with the airbed. Can I stay, please?
You can stay, Mr. Dent. Yes, you can stay. Darling, you were absolutely right.
Was I?
Yes, I am a genius. Yes, I impressed Mr. Dent. Absolutely marvellous. Yes, he was impressed with my easy command, my intelligence, my warmth, but above all, by my innate modesty. Yes. And not only is he not going to make any complaints, he's actually joined in the community. Huh? Everything's absolutely wonderful, and you, darling, you're wonderful too.
Reggie, are you sure you're all right?
Yes, of course I am, darling. Just worry, tension, and irritability are things of the past. Yes, come in. Morning, Tom. How lovely to see you this Sunbridge morning.
You all right, Reggie?
He's happy, Tom. Worry, tension and irritability are things of the past.
Oh, I see.
Yes, everything's marvellous. The whole community's working perfectly.
Oh, my football with each team playing for the opponents against themselves isn't working perfectly, Reggie. It's failed to remove the aggression. Since each team plays entirely for the opponents, they become the opponents who become them. And they kick the living daylights out of each other just as they always do.
Yes. Well, you must keep trying, Tom. You'll think of something. What you must do, you must persist, you see, Tom. Persistence. That's it.
Reggie.
Yes?
Eureka.
Oh.
When you bashed your fist like that, you gave me an idea. I've solved the problem. I've taken the aggression out of sport.
Oh, Tom, I told you to come up with something. What is it?
Boxing.
Boxing? I think events have moved too fast for you again, Tom. Boxing has been invented, I fear.
With a difference. Non-aggressive boxing.
Oh, that certainly has been invented. Yes, come in. Tell me how lovely to see you this Sunbridge morning.
Is he all right? He's happy. Worry, tension and irritability are things of the past.
Tony, you arrived just in time to hear Tom's new idea for non-aggressive boxing.
Non-aggressive boxing?
Yes.
Well, boxing's Gresham City, Arizona. I mean, it's McKismobile, Wyoming.
Each person hits himself instead of his opponent.
What about that, then, eh? No, that's exactly what it won't be. Well done, Tom. We can take you on the 5th of March, yes. Could I have some details, yes? Your job? You run a Lonely Hearts column, yes. And your problem? Feeling depressed and lonely, I see, yes. Just a moment, I have somebody on red. Hello, Perrin's here on red, yes. Yeah. March the 12th, yes, we can fit you in, yes. Could I have some details, please? Name? Lewis, yes. Job? Yes, telephone engineer. Your problem? Can't communicate. I have somebody. I have Lonely Hearts on Green. Lonely Hearts on Green. Would you like to talk to Can't Communicate on Red? Just Can't Communicate on Red. Would you like to talk to Lonely Hearts on Green? That's what pens are for. We'd like you to talk to each other. Get to know each other. That's the idea. Yes. There you are. Hang on. How's it doing? All right. That's it. I'm sorry. There's somebody at the door. I'll have to go now. We'll see you on the 5th and the 12th, respectively. Goodbye. 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 Come in.
Winstanley. Planning Officer, Botchley Borough Council.
Oh, hello, Mr. Do sit down, Mr. Winstanley. I hope the chair is comfortable.
Did our Mr. Dent come and see you last week?
He did indeed. He sat in that very chair and spoke kindly of my ginger nuts.
He's disappeared.
That's odd. I saw him at lunch, crunching away quite happily.
At lunch? Where?
Here to the community. He's joined. Didn't he tell you?
He most certainly did not. He has a secretive streak.
Yes. Probably comes from keeping things private at public inquiries. Yes.
Possibly. He told me he had flu and told his wife he'd been sent to a regional sewage seminar in Harrogate of all the flimsy excuses. And then our Mr. Pennell remembered that he'd gone to check up on you.
Yes, which you yourself would have loved to have done, since I've made totally unauthorised changes of use and am running a business from 5 adjoining residential houses with overloaded drains, inadequate air vents, the said houses having been purchased in a most irregular fashion involving the impersonation of non-whites. Oh, yes, it spoils the fun when I admit it all like that, doesn't it, Mr. Winstanley? I mean, it offends the hunter and the sportsman in you, because unless I'm very much mistaken, Mr. Winstanley, you are a sportsman.
You wouldn't be trying to flatter me, would you, Mr. Perrin?
Oh, you're far too shrewd.
Thank you. Well, I think we can overlook any little irregularities.
Good, jolly good, jolly good. And if you want to see Mr. Dent, you can see him this afternoon. He's taking part in a boxing match.
Mr. Dent's taking part in a boxing match?
Yes.
Mr. Dent of Botchley Borough Council?
Yes.
Little short house with stick-out ears?
Yes.
This I must see.
Yes.
He's not saying he's quite somebody his own size. He is. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the first bout of the afternoon. This is a 3-round heavyweight and flyweight contest between, in the red corner, Mr. George Dent of Botchley versus himself. And in the blue corner, Mr. Cedric Wilkins of Epsom versus himself. May neither man win. Give it yourself, Cedric. Come on, give it yourself. Go on. What's your right?
Super. You're seeing yourself off. You've got yourself so you just don't know where to turn.
Now, keep jabbing away at your head. You're wide open. Now get up there and finish yourself off.
Seconds away, round 2.
By a knockout. Mr. Dent beats himself on points.
That boxing was ridiculous.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely ludicrous.
Oh, you're too kind.
Everybody behaved as though it was perfectly normal.
Yes, well, we asked them to join in. You see, children enjoy the ridiculous and what are adults but larger children. The trouble with adults is they tend to think it spoils their dignity if they enjoy the ridiculous.
I suppose most adults think it's ridiculous to enjoy things as ridiculous as that.
Yes, ridiculous of them, yes. Well, I suppose you'll be wanting to get back to your delightful colleagues now, your thrilling paperwork, your luxurious office, splendid canteen, eh?
I suppose when the day's work is done, you have the most wonderful communal evenings.
Oh, you mean sitting round the campfire under the stars, singing songs, exchanging experiences, living, loving, drinking from communal bowls, forging our separate souls into the communal psyche on the anvil of togetherness? No, we don't. No, we really don't. Quite right. Thank you very much, Mr. Winstanley. I knew there was something missing from our community. Thank you very much indeed. Yes.
Well, I'd better be off.
Yes, I suppose so. Why don't you stay?
What could I tell people?
Oh, tell the office you got flu, tell your wife you've gone to a regional sewage seminar at Harrogate.
You're a genius.
Yes, I know.
Pennell, Botchley Borough Council. Is our Mr. Winstanley here?
Come here.
Jenkins, Botchley Borough Council. Do you have our Mr. Pennell here?
Come in.
Love and peace, Peace City, Arizona. Oh, love and peace.
Oh, there you go. Splendid, splendid. Thank you very much, music therapist. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, staff, guests, members of the Botchley Borough Council, welcome to this totally informal evening. It's a gas fire, not a campfire, ceiling and not the stars, but never mind, let's have fun, shall we? Oh, splendid, what's this?
Tom's banana gin.
Oh, splendid. Splendid.
Super. Togetherness, that's the name of the game.
Ah, yes, it certainly is, CJ. That's the... Well, this is fun. Yes, here we are. Jolly good. Now, incidentally, I asked McBlain to pop in later on if he wanted to, and he said he'd be delighted to. Either that or he's giving me the Partick Thistle team for 1952. I'm not quite sure which. But if he does drop in, please all make him feel welcome. No. Well, this is fun. Jolly good. What about another song? Ethel Merman? Eh?
With a name like that,
you must be a good singer.
They all say that.
Oh, do they really?
I've no talent at all.
How, no talent isn't important, Ethel?
I know an old estate agent,
well,
Titty.
talent's slightly important, Tom. What about our shy vet? A few animal impressions? No? Jimmy? Jokes?
I haven't made a joke since 1968.
I know a joke.
Oh, dear, that is bad news.
Oh, no. Darling, now, you mustn't be like that about Tom. I'm sure we'd all love to hear Tom's joke. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom's joke.
Thanks, Reggie. There was an English estate agent, an Irish estate agent, and a Scottish estate agent.
And they all good. I really don't know where you get them from. Absolutely splendid anecdote there from Tom. Jolly good. Jolly good. Well, anybody else? Mr. Dent, Mr. Winstanley, know any planning shanties? No, nothing there? Huh? Well, this is fun, isn't it? I mean, why didn't we let our middle-aged, middle-class hair down like this before?
Let it all hang out.
Absolutely. Well, not all of it, Jimmy.
Oh, let's have it.
Oh, yes, so well. It's not so well. A little bit of it should hang. I think, yes. Yes, well, this is fun.
We ought to exchange beautiful experiences.
Yes.
Has anybody had any beautiful experiences today?
Yes.
Congratulations, Tom. Jolly good.
I saw something really beautiful in Addis Ababa Avenue. An old tramp picked up a filthy old fag end from the gutter and smoked it.
I don't see anything beautiful in that.
Well, it was very beautiful for the tramp.
What a beautiful thought, Squashy Boobs. It shows your understanding of people. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We are people.
I saw a beautiful song thrush.
Super.
It was eating a worm.
Oh, well, you wouldn't think it was beautiful if you were the worm.
I'm not a worm.
Matter of opinion. Sorry. Bad taste, bad form, slipped out, not funny. Won't make another joke till 1988. All this relaxing, making me nervous, talking too much. Sorry, carry on enjoying yourself.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I saw... Well, perhaps it wasn't all that... But I thought it was beautiful because it didn't mean... It was just... And I suppose because of where it was.
And where was it?
On the pavement outside W.H. Smith's.
And what was it?
Oh, didn't I tell you? Sorry, it was nothing much. Just two Arab boys holding hands.
Disgusting.
No, Jimmy, that's a high-bound, prejudiced Anglo-Saxon point of view. It's different with them. It's friendship. It doesn't mean as it would with us that they're,
Raving puffs, like me. Why don't you say it?
Oh, are you a rave? Oh, Rick. No, well, who cares? Let it all hang. Well, some of it hang. No, who cares, eh?
People do when you work in a small factory in the potteries. When you run into your boss in the gay clubs of the Five Towns.
Good Lord, you mean this... Good Lord, and you run into me... Oh, that's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? Well, never mind, now you're together, you can have a bit of a chat about old times, eh?
You won't speak to me.
Don't be bitter, lad. It's not personal. It's just that we're in a worker-boss situation. We can't afford to have anything going on between us.
You're in an ongoing, no-goings-on situation.
Exactly. It's the them and us syndrome.
But you're both one of them.
Yeah, but I'm one of them who's one of us, and he's one of them who's one of them.
I see. No, not a parents. We're all equal. No, class distinction is evil.
So is money.
What?
Down with capitalism. There, now that's what I think of money. Now there.
And me!
I didn't get where I am today by tearing money into small pieces.
We should all touch each other. We should all feel physical contact. It's the outward expression of inward togetherness. Touching's good. Feeling's beautiful. Oh.
Smacking is good, and 12 karate lessons from the Isha College of Further Education are beautiful.
It's the outward expression of inward togetherness. If Reggie'd been sitting there, I'd done the same to him.
Thank God I wasn't.
No, but touching is beautiful.
Yes, abroad, they do it all the time. Mr. Insurance salesman, you don't mind it? Yeah.
Not at all, I like it.
Yes. Oh, no, not about no.
Not in that way, just friendly.
I say, in that case, certainly, yes. Come on, everybody touch everybody. Come on, touch everybody.
I didn't get Brian today by touching everybody. It's about time I sloughed off the vestigial remnants of my erstwhile positive.
That's right, good. Very relaxing.
One time to world success.
It's the New Jerusalem.
Brotherly Hegels. It cleans your dragon poofties.
It was a great success.
Yes, I'm deeply contented and happy at last, darling.
Oh, Reggie, you're not still worried, are you?
Just a little bit, darling.
But I thought you were happy.
Well, yes, I am.
Worry, tension and irritability were things of the past.
Yes, they are, darling, they are. It's just that it's... Is it too good to last? Will it all come crashing around our ears next week? Huh?